Saved by the Kraken.
So we ran into a little automotive mishap. It wasn't a major thing by any means. However, we were driving along, and it was the roads had gotten pretty wet.
Pretty wet. When he says wet, he means flooded.
Yeah,
okay.
That's true.
Mark's not detailed, remember? Wet means flooded.
Driven to our apartment to pick up some of the stuff that we still had left there. And on our way back, the road had gotten much worse than it was when we went there.
When we went there, it was fine.
Right. So when we went back, we kid you not, the water level on the road was probably up to maybe the bottom part of our door.
Probably, yeah.
Driving back, and so at that point we were stuck. You can't turn around or anything like that, so you got to keep going forward.
Push on!
Push on. So at some point, something happened to the underside of the car. Not sure what it was.
Well, it was the part the plastic cover that covers the engine in the front.
Right, on the bottom side of the car. That had gotten
flipped
peeled back somehow. And it wasn't until after we got out of the water that we noticed this really loud scraping.
Bad noise.
So we pulled over. I got out of the car and looked, and sure enough, it was just the whole plastic side that covers the undercarriage had gotten turned underneath itself and was scraping on the road.
And it sounded really bad. And then one of the gals that was on the side of the road was pointing to our car. We had the windows rolled up, and she was pointing to our car, saying something, and we couldn't hear. I thought, oh, this can't be good if somebody's noticing this also. So
we pulled over. I got out of the car and checked, and sure enough, the plastic undercarriage cover had basically flipped under the car and was scraping on the road.
So Mark got back in the car, and we decided that instead of driving straight home, we were going to stop at our favorite place, the Kraken.
The Kraken.
Okay. And the guys there are so sweet, two young guys that own this place. And so I told Mark, let's just stop at the Kraken instead of going home. So we did. We pulled off and stopped at the Kraken, and sure enough, they helped us, and I'll let Mark take the rest of the story from there.
And that's really without saying a word. They came immediately out, started helping us. They
came immediately out because the noise was just so loud. I mean, everybody was just kind of going like, what's happening to their car? And it's embarrassing, but what are you going to do? So, I mean, they heard us coming down the street to go to their place. So they came running out. Sorry.
So they came running out, and immediately they saw what had happened, and they didn't really even say anything to us. They just went to their cars, and they each got a jack and jacked up both sides of the front of our car, and then I was able to reach under there and pull out that plastic cover back out kind of semi-straight again, and then they had some plastic zip ties that we used to sort of reattach the plastic back to the bumper of the
whatever
car.
To get us through.
Right. And so that was a real savior for us, and it's just, I think it really exemplifies how people are here in Mexico. These guys already kind of knew us because we'd stopped there a few times for lunch. But
more than a few.
But I think this exemplifies the Mexican spirit in general. Is that if they see someone in need help, regardless of whether they know them or not, they will be out there helping them. I mean, we've seen sort of selfless acts of kindness over and over again. Even in our case with, just our fumbling through our Spanish, they're patient and willing to help us work through it and correct us where we go wrong, and give us some helpful hints with regard to Spanish. And so this, we just wanted to talk about that a little bit too. And these guys at the Kraken, they perfectly exemplified that spirit. Like I said, without even us mentioning anything, they came out and immediately started helping us.
Right. And like Mark said, that just speaks so highly for the 20 months that we've been in Mexico now, on what we see, what we just see. I mean, we have not seen anything bad. Once in a while you'll get somebody that might be a little rude, but that is far in between. Far in between what you see on a regular basis. At least that's our experience, okay? And that's what we share on YouTube, is we share our experience. That's all that we can do. We can't share somebody else's, or a story that somebody else had posted about something that happened, because that's not our story. This is our story that we bring to you, and we share with you different parts of Mexico, different things with Mexico, different, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but everything with Mexico, travel with Mexico, medical with Mexico, visits to doctor's offices in Mexico, renting, buying, just so much stuff that we try to share with you on our daily life since retiring in Mexico.
Yeah. And just a word to the wise, the roads in Mexico will wreak havoc on the bottom of your car if you have a low riding car.
I have a low car. I have a Hyundai Elantra, and it is pretty low. And the problem also that we had was with the apartment. What?
Yeah, driving up our apartment, we had basically underground parking, so we would drive up to the street level, and then there was like a sharp curve to get onto the street level, and every time we would scrape some part of the undercarriage of the car, whether there was one person in it, two people in it, whatever it was.
Groceries, moving, whatever, it just always scraped.
But there are, as I've said before, tall topes here that will, launch your car into low Earth orbit.
Tall. I mean, they're crazy. You hear of speed bumps. I mean, if you live in the U.S., there's speed bumps. These are like freaking missile launchers. You will get airborne. If you're not paying attention. Do not think that you can drive regularly over those things. You cannot. So for the last 20 months, we've been driving over them and taking it slow. But there's a bunch of potholes also. So,
in fact, sometimes there are so many potholes, you can't avoid them all.
It's like an obstacle course.
You have to avoid just maybe the deepest ones. And, that's that. So just know that if you're driving your car in Mexico, if you have a low riding car, the bottom of your car is going to take a beating.
Yeah. So I posted on Facebook the other day that, we were at the dealership, and I was asking about a Hyundai, what was it? Creta. If you guys knew anything about it. And I don't know. I didn't look anything up on the internet. I don't know if a Creta is just the name here in Mexico, or whether that's actually the name of the model of the Hyundai.
I don't know. I've never seen that name in the United States.
So I don't know. I mean, my car is a 2016. It's going to be going on 5 years. I've never had any problems with it. I think it came with a 10-year warranty. It's been a good little car. And so I'm really thinking about buying one of those. And I just found out through one of our subscribers, through Phil, Phil said that Hyundai and Kia are owned by the same company. So that was interesting. And I used to have a Kia, and it was a pretty good little car too. And I think it came with the 10-year warranty. So not in the mood to buy a car right now, down the road, because my car can be here while I'm still on temporary residency, and I have another 2.5 years to go.
Eventually, we are going to have to buy a car here, though.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. I don't have a problem with that, because I hear that it's really expensive to nationalize your car in Mexico. If you guys know anything about the price of nationalizing it, leave a comment below, because I'm curious about that. Everybody just says it's expensive, but nobody says like how expensive. And I know your car also has to be a certain age. It's got to be like 8 or 9 years old, something like that, in order to nationalize it.
Yeah.
So, anyhow, that's our scoop from the two travelers in Mexico.
And now on to the interview with Jorge and Nacho, who were the guys that worked at the Kraken food wagon that came out in our time of need and helped us out.
Yeah, sweethearts, just great guys, and their English is very good too.
So this is what Paulette ordered, tres tacos de Cameroon. This is one of her favorite meals.
And it has tomatoes, it has cucumbers, lettuce. Pretty plain for me.
And then this is what I ordered. I get 2 tacos de Cameroon and 2 tacos de pescado. And again, it comes with all of the same things I think that Paulette had on hers. Of course, the fish, the tomatoes, a little bit of cucumber sliced up in there. Very good.
Here's your favorite sauce. My favorite sauce.
Oh, yeah. And this is one of Paulette's favorite sauces. It's a cilantro sauce, which Paulette didn't really care for cilantro.
What's in the sauce?
She likes
it's
the cilantro sauce here.
Cilantro, cream, mayo, garlic.
Okay.
So in the cilantro sauce is cream, of course, cilantro, garlic, pepper, and it's homemade. In fact, we actually bought a small container of it here. We like it so much. So these are our personal automotive saviors. And if you guys could go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Hola, Jorge.
Jorge.
Hi, Nacho.
Nacho. And now, you guys have been here 3 months?
Yes, like 3 months ago.
Okay. And now, tell us about the kind of tacos and food that you serve here in your truck.
Okay, we have the different kinds of tacos, like fish tacos and shrimp tacos. The other one is the Gobernador and the Maritierra. The Torito.
And this is the first food truck that you guys have owned?
Exactly. Yeah, this is the first one.
So, if you're ever in Villa Magna, they are by the first OXXO market that you'll see parked on the street. Their truck is all black, as you can see. And then there's their sign there. Paulette just finished up her meal.
Mark eats very fast.
I do eat very fast.
Yeah, and these guys are saviors of my car. I'm so blessed. So glad that we came here for our tacos to meet them, and then they came to my rescue.
Thank you.
Gracias.